Hi, I'm Father John Jenkins. I'm the new parochial vicar here at Our Lady of the Atonement. So you'll see me around at the school and at the church in the coming months. I wanted to give you kind of a hint or a behind the scenes preview of what it is we do at the altar to make sure that things are staying sanitary and safe as much as possible during this whole COVID pandemic crisis, and to try to prevent any furtherance of that disease. So here's some of the things we're doing as we prepare, so you know. To let you know at first, before we prepare for Mass, we try to take precaution not to touch the host too much. They come in these already sealed tubes. Typically don't even touch them. We just cut the end off, slide it into the ciborium, and then they're not really touched again until we give them to you as the body of our Lord. When it comes to right before Mass, both Father and I wash our hands. We have a nice antibacterial soap that we use to wash our hands with soap and water immediately before Mass, and especially those Masses where we have a little more time during the offertory as we kind of have the ritual cleansing. When we have that extra time, we also come over here to do soap and water. Again, right before you receive communion, we've just washed our hands. We also have plenty of that hand sanitizer about that all the servers spray on their hands before they serve and after they serve, so that they as well have clean hands. All right, when it comes to distributing communion, people are separating themselves by about 6 feet. So every pass of the rail, we get roughly, I would say, 6 to 10 people, unless it's a family who comes up all together. But for the most part, it's usually around 6 or 10 people, somewhere in there. At the end of the rail, we come over here. We have a little bowl where we dip our fingers just to get any particles of the host off, so we're not casting those away. Dry our fingers, and then if we have a server, they spray our hands with the sanitizer. If not, we use the self-serve pump, give our hands a little dose of that, and make our way back. As we're walking, just drying the hands off, kind of letting it get some air. And typically by the time you get to the other side, the hand is already dry and ready to give out communion again. So there's not really any liquid left because it's very highly alcohol content sanitizer. Our hand is dry and ready to give you communion again. So those are the things we're doing to try to keep things as safe as possible, as clean as possible, keep our hands sanitary as we distribute communion. You should all know that Bishop Lopes has dispensed all of you for the time being in perpetuity until this pandemic is over. So none of you are required to attend church or to receive communion. But especially on the weekdays for the school, with the school being open, most weekdays are not holy days of obligation. Your children are welcome to not receive communion. They don't have to. So if you have a big concern about your kids receiving communion during the school time, they don't have to. In fact, none of you have to. So they can either stay in the pew, they can come forward, and we can pray over them, or just make that sign over their chest that they don't want to receive that day, and we won't give them communion. So that's all. That's really all where we're at as far as things go. We want to let you know that we're trying to keep you safe. We want to keep our family safe as well. Of course, the person who has the most contact with the people is the clergy. Father Lewis, of course, has his family has health concerns. I have little children. I have a 10-month-old and a 3.5-year-old. And of course, they want to be right in my face when I get home and be all over me. And so I don't want them to get sick either, including myself. So not only do we want to keep you safe, we want to keep our own family safe, and to keep everyone as healthy as possible until this thing is over. So those are things we're doing behind the scenes to keep you safe. If you have any further questions, you're welcome to email me at jjenkins@atonementonline.com or Father Lewis. Bless you all. I want you to know we want to keep you safe. Have a great day.